You in the back room with Becky, and it's Thickalishus Thursday. So you know what that means. That means everybody must do something thick. Do something for a thick chick. Kiss a thick chick, hug a thick chick, love a thick chick. Yeah, I'm looking, I was looking real nice when I went out. But something I just discovered, and I think that ever since I revealed to one person on the internet, my true age, there are people who do know me and know. But look at this gray hair that just popped up on. That is the big goody girls right there. That gray hair, that was not there a couple of weeks ago. Um, Peace and blessings on your day. You in the back room with Becky, and it's Thickalishus Thursday. Like I say, I want everybody to really just realize how big this movement is becoming, and we have so many women to thank for getting this revolution off the ground. People like Monique, Sherry Shepherd, Queen Latifah. Let's not forget Nell Carter. Most of the time, if you're blessed enough to make it to Hollywood or cursed enough to make it to Hollywood, or get a TV show, the first thing they want to take off of you is the thing that made you unique. Is your weight. Now, I'm not a proponent to say people stay fat and just eat whatever you want to eat. Um, but a lot of us have been born with fat genes, and we're just not going to be skinny people. But you still need to move. You still need to get up and be motivated. I don't care how big you are. The show Ruby that comes on TLC, that lady was 500 plus. And she lost the weight and got up out of that bed. And she had a little relapse. Obesity, overeating, eating disorders. We think because we said we really don't have an eating disorder. Yeah, most of the time it is that. For me, it has been an up, down thing. And like I told you guys, that when this new disease was sprung on me, uh, I'm already like an asthmatic and I have to take all this prednisone and steroids and stuff when I get sick. And I'm like, I don't need nothing else to swell me up now. And really was not paying attention to my diet and eating a lot of processed foods with, that instant gratification. And so people always say, well, if you eat wrong, why is your skin so? Because I drink water like it's going out of style. I prefer water over any other beverage, besides maybe an occasional cocktail. Uh, but I said all that to say this. There is a debate about whether or not you can be fat and fit. Well, it depends on whose standards you're living by. Are you living for yourself or are you living for the masses? What the status quo thinks, according to them, with the height that I am, I'm supposed to weigh 125 pounds. My family was like, if you drop down to 125 pounds, we putting you in the rehab for crack. Because we know that's only, I don't want to say I don't care about losing weight, but it's not my main focus. As long as my doctor says that I'm healthy enough and at the age that I am, ain't nobody, you think people gonna die just of, when they say natural causes, they mean the things that affect you when your body starts to age and deteriorate. Nobody dies from nothing anymore. Everybody dies with something. So, I'm going to enjoy myself. I advise and recommend that you enjoy yourself. And we got music going on in the background. That's my stereo. Um, I just want you to know that love yourself. The most important thing that you can do is love yourself. I'm so tired of, even my plus size sisters in the industry, and this is what is kind of disturbing. The plus modeling industry is supposed to be giving us an equal playing field. But on more than one occasion, I have heard from my plus size modeling colleagues that they were told to lose weight or they were told to go get a doctor's evaluation. And I'm going to tell you something. If they send you to their doctor is going to say what they want you to do. And if they figure, well, most black women, they not going to adhere to the policies. They're going to want to eat their fried food, and they're going to want to da-da-da-da-da. And so, I'm always going to wonder, did me and Amber drop too much weight and her body just, that wasn't the thing? Because I remember being on a diet when I was in college. And, back then you could get diet pills like the men getting Viagra now. Yeah, that is just so crazy to me. You can't find a cure for cancer, can't find a cure for AIDS, but you can cure erectile dysfunction. What kind of priorities do we have? We don't care about diet as long as we can still be screwing. That is just crazy ass. So, the diets and all that stuff, I would drop like 30, 40 pounds and look so abnormal because I've been a full figure girl and then a full figure woman all my life. And I will tell you that I went through some emotional things when I saw that weight, and I was like, oh, I can move much better. I like dancing, so that was, ooh, hey. And then I started getting sick again. Every little bug that came by, I got sick. Every temperature change, I couldn't handle it. So losing weight for some people might be a panacea, but I'm gonna tell you something. If you was born that way and you've been that way the majority of your life, that yo-yo diet and stuff, you gonna gain back twice what you lost. So I would say just what my doctor said to me. He said, I'm not supposed to get on you about your weight. I'm not. You're reasonably healthy considering all things that you have endured, but I think you're doing all the right stuff. And I'm not going to cross that barrier to tell you, oh, well, the reason why this happened is because you're fat. I would never say that to a patient. However, the obese doctors seem to have a good time telling us about how much weight we need to lose. And I will never forget this doctor I had him for almost 10 years. And he was about, I say a good 350, and he wasn't real tall, so he was, yeah, Michelin man. And so, he started talking to me about my weight, and I got very offended. I said, well, doc, you ain't just skinny mini yourself. And he says to me, I'm not sick either. I said, not yet you aren't. So if we're going to be out here, I just would say this. It's a word to the wise is sufficient. You doctors, Dr. James, I'm not talking about you. I love you. You out here that are overweight yourself, don't be trying to tell your patients about losing weight. You need to be on the diet with them. Don't use that excuse about you knowing more about medicine and physicality and all that. Because if you fat, you can't tell me nothing about losing weight. Nothing. I'm the professional in that area. If you skinny and you have never been overweight, be careful what you say to people about their size. Because tolerance is not acceptance. Because you tolerate us and you'll say, oh, she got such a pretty face. And that's what seems to be happening in the modeling industry. Do you know that these girls are going down to size 12? And they may have been a 16. I mean, you do what you feel like you got to do. But I hope it's not for fame and fortune. Because, we looked at Oprah through the years. And all them good doctors she had, all the diets, all the optifast, losing 60 pounds, up and down through the years. And then they find out she has a thyroid condition. Duh. So I'm not letting anybody play with my mind or my body. It's like that line from Fat Girl. She said, you made me do things to my body that I should have never done. You made me hate myself. So if you're looking in that mirror and you're finding all the flaws, honey, I don't even see cellulite no more. I see a fine, sexy, beautiful, well-preserved woman in her middle life. Not telling you either. But just suffice it to say that, I'm so comfortable in my skin. And it took me a long time to get there. So for all my BBW's out there, I'm saying hug yourself, love yourself, get in the mirror naked and adore yourself. Look at your positives and stop looking at all the negatives because as a man or a woman thinking so shall they be. You've been in the back room with Becky. It's Thickalishus Thursday. Keep it thick. Kiss a thick chick. Could be me. Or we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace for the people. Always.